Learn to type, motherfucker.
What is he work training for?
Harris Teeter.
What's that?
It is the local grocery store. It's like right up the street from his house. We're live with Twitter. I can just do it over here.
So he applied and got a job.
Yeah, apparently.
Let's go be dicks to him.
I totally will.
Walk up to the cash register with the... What is it? Oh, wait, no, they do that at Harris Teeter. Anyway, let's see. What do they not normally do at Harris Teeter?
They're open 24 hours. I hope Evan just gets, like, the shitty late shift so I can go in and bother him for hours and hours. Alright.
Force him to bag everything upside down.
I want paper. No, I want plastic. Evan, goddammit, why don't you already know what I want?
You put it in the wrong way.
Fuck you, Evan. Let me bag my own shit.
Just throw it on the floor.
Just throw it on the ground. I threw
Just
it
throw it
on
on
the ground. I don't need your hands out.
Cameraman?
Yeah, it allows me to control what people can see.
Cool.
But I don't think I need to mess with that. Alright. Let's get started. Scott, make sure you open the NPDs.
NPDs.
Because last
Google
time you were
Drive.
like, I'm still looking for the link, guys! For like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought you read it off, though. Oh, never
No,
mind. That was
Evan
October.
read it off.
Yeah, I think it was like the one time where it wasn't in the Google Drive.
Yep.
Are we live?
Yeah, we are.
Holy
There's
shit.
the link on Twitter.
You motherfucker. I'm still laying in bed. I don't give a shit about that.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just like,
I don't blame you. That looks fucking comfortable.
it is comfortable.
Alright. Let's get cracking. I actually could use some water.
NPDs. This is releases. NPDs.
Yeah, that's the third one.
Click it.
Nam, stop moving around. Stop playing Persona 4.
What? I'm not playing Persona 4.
Stop holding up your Vita and be like, look at my Persona 4 Vita. It's so much better than all your regular Vitas. Videos.
Vita Vita.
Vita
Vini Vini Vici.
Vidi Vini Vici, I came, I saw, I conquered. It's a B.O.B. lyric. Alright.
What?
What? Shut up.
I'm just asking a question.
It's a B.O.B. lyric from one of his songs.
Mm.
So he's a gangsta, just like me. Yo. Hey guys, what's up? We are live on the internets as apparently per usual. We're going to be doing the second half of our news show podcast first. That's why this sounds all weird and separate from the first half of the podcast that you guys have already heard at home. So it's me, Alex, and Nabishin and Scott here. It's midnight on Saturday, on Friday, I guess. And we're going to talk about the VGAs, because they just happened.
Don't feed your gremlins.
Don't feed your gremlins. First, we got a couple of news stories that we'll go through real quick, like MPs and some other shizzles. First off, Journey has been nominated for a Grammy. The entire album of Journey. I believe it was... I'm trying to see where it says Austin Wintory composed the original score of Journey, and has his score as a whole, the album as its entirety, has been nominated for, I think it's best music to accompany visuals, and this is not the first game to be nominated for a Grammy. It's the second. The first being Civilization 4 for Christopher Tin's Baba yet to. I don't think
Piranha Nikto.
no. I don't think he won the Grammy, but he did take home the Golden Gramophone for Best Instrumental Arrangement Accompanying Vocalist in 2011. So this is pretty exciting. Video games getting recognized by like big awards as opposed to the crappy VGAs.
Which wasn't that crappy this year.
Yeah, wasn't that crappy, which is a pleasant surprise. But that's always exciting, like video games going up against like actual musical albums, like the music from games, which I've always thought is fantastic.
I can't wait till Uncharted wins an Oscar.
God, don't even. I swear to God, if Mark Wahlberg is in the Uncharted movie, I hope they just fucking fire him like, on the spot. In other news, the Wii U's first 7 days of sales, the number out of that has come out. According to NPD, the Wii U sold over 425,000 units in its debut month, or at least the first 7 days of it, which would be November. So that's between its launch on November 18th and all the way through November 24th. So, 475,000 units in a week.
That's pretty good. I mean, it's... Some people are saying it's higher than the Wii U, basing off of what they think the Wii U sales were, because those were really sketchy.
The Wii, actually.
The Wii, that's what I mean.
See,
Those are really sketchy.
the confusion's already permeated. Yeah, I don't know. The Wii was so, like, out of stock everywhere, but keep in mind this is only the United States. So, no word on how it's sold over shores. Oh, yeah, it hasn't launched. It didn't launch for another week until in Europe. I think it comes out on tomorrow, the 9th, in Japan. So, it's not even out in all areas yet. So, a lot of misinformation is possible. So, I'm sure it's going to continue to sell through the end of the holiday. No problem. Couple million units, probably. But, yeah, it seems like it's got a pretty strong launch. It's sold out everywhere around here on launch day, at the very least, and it was quickly in stock. My store has, like, plenty of Wii U's now, of both black and white, so. Scott, you want to read me
I like that Michael Jackson song, too.
Read what?
Read me some MPDs.
Okay, let's see here. Let's start with total sales were down 11% from last year for the month of November,
That's depressing.
but it doesn't count Black Friday.
Or digital sales, for that matter.
That's true.
And since Xbox and PS3 have really shown their digital roots now, they're
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that actual sales haven't gone down. I think that's where the shift is.
yeah. So start from the bottom up.
Okay, at number 10 we have FIFA Soccer. Hell yeah, that's finally not at the top.
Yes, knocked down to number 10.
WWE 13. Number 9.
I can't believe WWE still sells. I don't understand. No one understands.
Yeah, no. NBA 2K13. Number 8. Need for Speed Most Wanted. 2012. Number 6 is Skylanders Giants, and it's still up there.
Yeah, Skylanders.
Have you actually played this game?
I played a little bit.
Is it actually good though?
It's a kid's game. It's fine. It's good for a kid's game.
That's why.
You saying how much?
Like it's not the Pikmin kind of kids game where if you're an actual kid you hate the game because you can't play it.
Yeah, it's too technical.
Madden NFL 13.
Okay.
Alright, number 5. Number 4 is Just Dance 4.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is Assassin's Creed 3. Number 2 is Halo 4. And, of course, number 1 is Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's going to sell the best in its launch month. Although it's selling slower than Modern Warfare 3 did, which is news.
Mm-hmm.
People are finally getting tired of it.
Maybe Call of Duty's finally hit its peak, which is kind of depressing since Black Ops 2 is probably the best one since Call of Duty 4.
I wouldn't doubt that.
But that.
But
just
if they would have spaced out Call of Duty 4, skipped Modern Warfare 2, went to Black Ops a couple years later, and then waited another year after this one before Black Ops 2, I'm pretty sure they'd be up.
Yeah, there would be actual hype around the games.
Yeah.
Because people have been waiting for them, as opposed to having a fix every November. There is actually some other news that I forgot about. Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct, which is like their streaming press conferences, kind of. And this one was pretty disappointing. They said Pikmin 3 has been delayed out of March and into quarter 2 of 2013.
They keep delaying that game. That game in Luigi's Mansion.
Oh God, don't say this. I don't want to think about it. They said it was a lot of like.
Hey, remember when they delayed Super Smash Bros. Brawl and then we loved the hell out of it anyway?
Yeah.
That's true.
It only got delayed like a couple months though. It was delayed.
What's probably happening is as they're going through, they're finding bugs.
Yeah, this is probably just the polishing phase. Honestly, they did release a lot of new gameplay footage of it, and it still looks really cool. Lego City, like for games like Game & Wario, Lego City, and We Fit You, they're just like quote unquote early 2011, which doesn't help. For Ninja Gaiden,
It's early last year.
2013. Sorry, goddamn it. You know what I mean. For Ninja Gaiden 3, they're like DLC is coming quote unquote soon. And Dragon Quest X is coming in spring 2013 in Japan. And apparently there is going to be some kind of cloud save feature for Dragon Quest X. I don't know what that means. Also, Google Maps and panoramic videos are coming to the Wii U early next year. For the 3DS...
Because you're going to take your Wii U places.
Oh, yeah. For the 3DS, they said Fire Emblem is coming to the States February 4th, which is really exciting. I'm really humped. Wow. I'm really hyped for that game.
You're getting humped for that game.
I'm going to get humped for that game. You know it, guys. And then they said there's a new Brain Age coming to 3DS February 10th, which is actually kind of exciting because it's been so long since I fucking played Brain Age. Other than that, it was like Tokyo Crash Mobs for eShop, Harmo Night for eShop. All these things are quote-unquote coming soon. No definitive anything. And Luigi's Mansion got pushed to quote-unquote spring 2013. So, god damn it. Just give me Luigi's Mansion and Pikmin 3, and I will be happy forevers.
And by forever, should be like 2 months.
2 months, yeah. 2 months is a good amount of time, though.
A week.
A
week.
I know Scott and I are definitely going to play plenty of Pikmin co-op, so that'll keep me and him entertained for a while. So.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have to make
But
that.
It doesn't have online co-op.
It doesn't have online co-op now. Scott, we're going to have to make that a streaming night, Pikmin co-op. Other than that, VGAs. Let's talk about VGAs. So, thoughts? Namshin and I were the only ones that got to watch all of it. Scott saw like the last 30 minutes, I think. Thoughts on the VGAs, Namshin?
Pretty decent. Actually, you could definitely say it's the best one that they've done so far.
Yeah.
As in entertaining or informative or?
Entertaining. It was
Entertaining.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't all that informative.
Not really.
No, not that really.
In comparison to others.
Yeah.
Like the VGAs, they always have like a certain trait that they always do. Like I've been telling people, like if like one person they don't allow multiple people to go on stage at the same time. So like if like Dishonored won and it won Best Action Game. But so if it went up there for Best Action Game, you know it's not going to win Game of the Year. So it's like that's like an obvious type of thing. And then
Yeah.
Walking Dead didn't show up the entire time during the show, and then it went up for it did one game of the then at the very end one game of the year. So that's that type of thing.
It won
So
almost all the categories it was nominated for as well, by the way.
yeah.
All save for Best Male Voice, which was Handsome Jack
From
Borderlands.
Borderlands 2.
So
hey, I thought that one would have won.
Yeah, it did win. So we had that knocked down. So as you guys know, last week we did our voting thing, and I've tallied up the score. It was pretty close between Tony Nomshin and I. Scott had 9 points. Evan had 7 points because he didn't give no fucks. I had 11 points, and Tony and Namshin both had 12.
What?
So we're gonna have to decide a tiebreaker and then a prize for the champion.
What?
What?
They get paper clips.
They get paper.
3.
Everybody gets 3 paper clips. Some categories we all got wrong. Like we all thought Black Ops would win Best Multiplayer, but it was actually Borderlands 2, and we were unanimous on Best Fighting Game. Almost with Evan said Tekken Tag, and the rest of us said Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but Persona 4 Arena won. Which is
Good choice.
for Namshin. He loves that game. I'm surprised that won. Like I didn't know.
I am too, but
that much of a following.
yeah, I am too, but like I knew how good that game was, but I just didn't think it was gonna win.
Yeah.
But yeah, it totally came through, and I'm really happy about that. Especially since it's from Arc System Works, which I feel they don't really get the same respect as the Capcom game does, as far as like fighting games, because Street Fighter's always been overshadowing them. Like I think the same year Street Fighter 4 came out, Blaze Blue came out.
Yeah.
And
I
Blaze Blue
got
had like
both of them, and
and Blaze Blue had like so many more systems and the actual story and stuff like that. That game was really effing good, and like Street Fighter 4 completely eclipsed it. So
it's
I want to say, well, Street Fighter 4 was hyped to hell.
Yeah, and it's way more mainstream. Like everybody knows the name Street Fighter. But
Yeah.
not everyone knows Blaze Blue.
The difference about the two games is that people think is way more towards Guilty Gear, and I'm like, yeah, in style, but in actual fighting, way closer to a how Street Fighter does it.
Yeah. It's more technical. I would say that Blaze Blue and probably Persona 4 are even more technical than Street Fighter. Just because there are abilities like like the Super Guard and stuff like that you can do that you can't do in Street Fighter.
Yeah. But like probably one of the best things about Persona 4 Arena is that the accessibility for it, because like it is like a game that you can master and like totally dominate in, but it also makes it kind of easy for new players too. So like if I ever got my nephew into it, which I won't ever do, but like if I ever got my nephew into it, I'm pretty sure we can have like pretty much close matches. Just from him just like doing those auto combos and stuff like that, which is it's like it's a part of the system and it's fun. So it's a really accessible game, more than like any other fighting game I could say really that came out this like years.
I'm curious. Are you appreciating what happens in Persona 4 Arena more now that you've played a bunch of Persona 4?
Actually, I am. Like I went through all of Yu's story. Yu, the hero, main character for Persona
That's
4.
His default name, yeah.
Yeah, I went through all that, not really knowing what was happening or knowing what was going on, because Persona 4 Arena is obviously after Persona 4, so I don't really know much of anything. So I saw Nautical trying to Gmail, I was like, who are these people? I don't know, and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely like after I finish Persona 4, I really want to get. So you're making me talk about Persona 4 again, goddammit. But I really want to play. I really want to play Persona 4 Arena after I beat Persona 4.
Yeah, I would say after you beat Persona 4 as well, go and watch the anime.
Yeah, I definitely will do that.
You're gonna love it because I watched everything but the last episode, which is obviously the part of the game that I haven't finished.
So you haven't beat the game?
I've never seen the ending of the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because like I told you, I got to the end. I've got further than where you are now, like literally to the final dungeon. And then I put it down for like 5 months, and then I tried to go back, and you can't go back. It's like when you let that game go, all of the systems and all of where you are with every character, you lose it all, and you just have to start again. it's like impossible to jump back into the middle or the end of that game.
Oh, that's crazy. So I will know the ending before you.
I know generally what happens, but
Oh.
you'll know the technical side to it. I know what's going to happen now.
Oh, okay.
He looked it up.
I didn't look it up. I just know what's going to happen. It helps that I played Persona 3. I'll put it that way. I'm not going to say anything else, but yeah. But yeah, the big winner, the game of the year for 2012, was The Walking Dead, which was not a surprise. If you were watching the show, you knew they were kind of like leading into that because they were mum's the word on The Walking Dead, like Namishin said.
Mm-hmm.
And then Telltale won Studio of the Year as well. Surprisingly, I was the only one that guessed that The Walking Dead would win Game of the Year. In our little thing, Scott said Dishonored, and Tony, Evan, and Namishin said Assassin's Creed 3. But Assassin's Creed 3 didn't win anything.
Yeah.
So.
And that pretty much shows, I guess, I don't know, because like I could see from like other reviewers and stuff like that, like how Assassin's Creed like didn't have the same level of polish as like something like Assassin's Creed 2 did, or even Brotherhood.
It felt that if it had like 6 more months for them to just polish it, it would have been a much better game.
Yeah, exactly.
It played like that. So.
Same with XCOM.
XCOM is very glitchy, but regardless, I think it's just way better put together than Assassin's Creed. It has less game-breaking bugs than Assassin's Creed does. And also, Assassin's Creed has fundamental issues in how the game plays, like the chase scenes and some of the scaling, and they're just bad things that happen. But XCOM, you know, sometimes the game will crash, and sometimes a weird, like, visual hiccup will happen where somebody loses their hair when they die, which is hilarious. But there's nothing where it's like, I can't play this mission, or this specific mission is so unfair. Although there's quite a bunch of statistical bullshit in XCOM. I'll give it that. Although I've finally gotten good at XCOM, but I'll talk about that in the other segment, or I have talked about that if you're listening at home.
The future, podcast magic.
The future. The most anticipated game was GTA 5, of course, so Tony and Namishin took that. Scott voted for Last of Us, but after watching that trailer, I'm kind of with you, Scott. And the game of the decade was Half-Life 2, according to the VGAs. Which is a fine choice. We all agreed at the end of our guessing segment that all 10 games on that list were fantastic. So,
except Wii Sports.
Except for Wii Sports, which was more of just like, this changed video gaming thing. But the big thing, of course, were the announcements. I think there were only like 3 actual game announcements. Maybe 2.
Yeah.
They announced Dark Souls 2, which was the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was I was watching it with Damien, and I was like, holy shit, like, I screamed at the top of my lungs, holy shit, when Dark Souls 2 came up. And Damien's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, you don't understand. Do you know what this means? It means I get to stream more Dark Souls.
Did you stream everything Dark Souls?
Oh yeah, that was what got us our big stream following. That was like the first thing we started streaming.
I mean, like, did you get like everything Dark Souls?
Yeah. I played through that entire game on stream, and the people watching were so much fun, and everybody loved it. Everybody had a good time. That's when Alex started helping me with the streaming stuff. That's when our Twitch channel got really popular. So that's the game that started the magic.
That's how we met Super Franco.
That's how we met Super Franco and Tartarus and Gibson.
And he died a violent headless death.
He died a violent headless death. I made Super Frank in my latest XCOM playthrough, and he's like such a fucking boss. Him, Lady Alex, and Scott are my 3 colonels. They fucking destroy everything.
I told you, Scott DLC for that fucking game.
Dude, if they released Scott DLC, it would have to be $20, and it would break the game. Like, Scott, I don't think you've missed a shot. You're my sniper. I don't think you've missed a
Scott
shot.
Guthier is a secret code in the game or something.
Just like type in Scott Guthier as somebody's name, and they instantly destroy everything. Like there are like these really tough enemies called mutons that I fucking hate. But while Muton was in full cover, from across the map one-shot critical hitted him and killed him. And I like lost my shit. I was on stream. I think it was last night that I was streaming it, and I like lost my shit. I was like, "What the fuck? Scott just killed it in one hit." Yeah, a lot of intense gaming has been happening. Tony's my other colonel. He's really heavy. But yeah. Any thoughts on the Dark Souls? I know Namshin and I were the only ones that got to see the trailer because for some odd reason the trailer isn't up anywhere else for Scott to watch. But it looks good. There's a scene where a woman hands your character a flower, like a rose. She seems to be some kind of important character. But other than that, yeah, nothing really like significant announced. They released a press release saying it's launching on PC, Xbox, and PS3. So it's coming to PC right off the bat. And also that they did yeah, that was about it. They just said it's going to be harder. Which yeah. There was new trailers for Tomb Raider, The Last of Us, BioShock, Gears of War, and Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. All of which were pretty awesome. Do you have any thoughts on any of them, Namshin?
Only Dark Souls
really.
2.
Only Dark Souls. The Last of Us trailer is actually really good.
Yeah, The Last of Us trailer was really good. Tomb Raider was really good too. They did orchestra while doing the trailer, so it kept getting in front of the actual trailer, which you shouldn't do.
Yeah,
but they did it
between the trailer, like direct feed of the trailer, and feed of like the cameraman watching the orchestra with the trailer in the background. I was like,
yeah, I thought that was kind of annoying. I honestly forgot about the Castlevania thing. That didn't leave any impression on me.
Yeah, your Castlevania, Dracula, in present day. That's basically what that game's gonna be. Apparently.
I think Alucard was in it too. So I think someone like tweeted that. So I don't know.
It looks like
I don't really care about that game.
Dracula, which is weird for Castlevania.
But don't forget the Phantom Pain trailer.
Yeah, so there was another announcement. It was like the Phantom of Pain, or the Phantom Pain, I think it was.
Yes, Phantom Pain.
And they claimed that this trailer was all in-game footage, or in-engine footage. And it was this guy waking up in a hospital bed. It looked like a mental hospital. But as far as we know, it was just a hospital. And he had bandages across his face. He had long hair with a mullet, kind of like Solid Snake, so people are speculating this is actually Metal Gear Solid. But his left hand was gone. It was missing from the elbow down, and he had a claw, like a hook there. And he had some guy with him that was trying to protect him who had his head completely covered in bloody bandages. And it was like showing that these two people were like crawling through this hospital, which was being attacked by like what looked like some kind of military. They didn't really say. And they were like, there was like a lot of like mass murder, like them aiming machine guns down a hallway full of people and just killing everyone in their way. And you never see the character's face, like the front of his face. But a lot of people are speculating this is actually Metal Gear Solid of some form, or Ground Zeroes, because the engine looks like the Fox engine, and the character looks like Snake or Big Boss.
And if you scramble some words, you get Kojima, apparently, from the producer's name.
Apparently the producer's name can be anagrammed into Kojima. It is being developed by an unknown studio called Moby Dick Studio. But toward the end of the trailer, there was like a lot of trippy things happening, like people like floating and like figures appearing out of the shadows, and then a giant
flaming whale.
Flaming whale ate a helicopter. Like it came out of the darkness in the background and opened its mouth and ate a helicopter. So
Yeah.
whatever it was, it looks like a next-gen game. It does not look like that could run on current generation consoles, if that was all in-game footage.
And according to Jeff Keighley, he said that's an actual complete game, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
I give up on the internet today.
they like, a lot of people are like conspiracy theorying the shit that is Ground Zeroes. Which wouldn't make sense because the character, if it was Big Boss, has a claw for a left hand. So Big Boss obviously does not. But other than that, he did look like Big Boss, and that's like they didn't even say anything about the trailer other than like Samuel Jackson, who's the host of the VGAs, introduced it as all in-game footage. And
No, I think he says all motherfucking game footage, motherfucker, or something like that.
Or something like that, with more motherfucker in it. He said he called it, this is supposed to be, quote, the future of gaming. That's what he said. And Damien and I expected it to be Watch Dogs, but clearly it's not. I was watching with Damien for reference.
I like Damien.
Don't make fun of me.
But they didn't even announce not really announce. I'm just saying like a publishing company or anything like that. That's like the weird thing for me. Like if you're gonna
never made a game before, so.
Yeah, but like if it was Konami or EA or Activision or anything like that, it's like nothing.
Yeah, like I don't know what the gaming news websites are saying about it. Probably that they're like, oh, what the fuck this.
Yeah. Well, we'll just go with this Metal Gear thing. That's what everybody else is saying.
Everybody's saying it's Metal Gear. But yeah, other than that and Dark Souls 2, I don't think anything was announced per se. But it was good. There was good premieres. They showed a trailer for the new South Park game, which was really, really cool looking. They showed a lot of in-game footage, which looks exactly like the TV show, which is creepy.
Well, that's what they need to do for a lot of the games.
A lot of these TV games, they should make it look like the TV show. And Obsidian is developing this, and the writers of South Park are writing it. So it's probably going to be pretty great for fans of South Park. I'm not one of them fans, but yeah, it looks at least funny and interesting. All the cast from South Park are there, so they'll be able to hold it together. And I'm trying to think. Last of Us got a release date, which was May 7th. They're drawing a line in the sand, it seems. And that's exciting. That's right around the corner. So
right in front of GTA and be like, yo, GTA, what?
We don't know when GTA is coming out, but we're all pretty much guessing May.
It's going to be before E3, so it's got to be around that time.
It's either going to be the first week of June or May. I doubt it's going to be April. But, yeah, February and March are already fucking killer months as far as gaming goes. But, yeah, I guess we'll talk about it more once we get to our 2013 prediction show. If we get there, seeing as the world is going to end in, 13 days. So.
That's why we need to do our Game of the Year show now.
I think that's it for news. Though. VJs was pretty exciting. Just because of Dark Souls. Drawing my line. I'm drawing a line in the sand. I guess we'll knock out new releases and everything right now too.
Nabashi, new releases.
Do it, Nabashi.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know where to look.
If
you on the spot. You put me on the spot.
It's Google Drive. Right.
Google Drive.
It's all light. Google Drive. And then you scroll down to
Google
Irrational
Drive.
Weekly. There's a lot of good stuff out this week.
Loading.
Surprisingly.
Still loading.
Is it still? I'll just I'll start. This past week on PlayStation Network, full PS3 games include Far Cry 3, which is $60. The Mass Effect Trilogy, another $60. Rockstar Games Collection Edition 1, $60. The original Mass Effect for $15 by itself. Shaun White Snowboarding for $20, and Under Defeat HD Deluxe Edition for $30. Network games include Guardians of Middle-earth for $15, which is this MOBA, console MOBA, which is apparently pretty good.
I like the MOBA.
Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus for $15. Page Chronica for $11, which is a really weird price. Rotastic, which is $10. PS1 Classics, we have Art Camion Sugurokuden, $6. I think I was close. Finger Flash
Good on you.
for $6. Lup Salad for $6. Makeruna Makendo 2 for $6. Vehicle Cavalier for $6, and Xanac X Xanac for $6. PS2 Classics include Tulip, $10. This past week on XBLA, we just had Guardians of Middle-earth for 1,200 space dollars. Only one release. Again, that's the console MOBA. That's apparently pretty cool. Lord of the Ring things. So, this past week in NintendoWare for the Wii U, you can buy Ben 10 Omniverse for $40. Family Party 30 Great Games Obstacle Arcade for $30. Rise of the Guardians for $40, Marvel Avengers Battle for Earth for $50, and a demo of FIFA 13. On the
Is that the first demo on the Wii U?
I think so.
I wonder if they'll have like a number of times to do it like on the 3DS.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that on the 3DS. Oh, you can only play this demo 30 times. What?
Yeah.
Burger Time for the Wii is coming to the WiiWare for 500 Wii points. On the 3DS eShop, we have Scribblenauts Unlimited for $40, Lego Lord of the Rings for $40, Harvest Moon 3D, A New Beginning for $40, Classic Games Overlord Card and Puzzle Edition for $30, Murder on the Titanic for $8, Mighty Bomb Jack for $5, and a demo of Fractured Soul. The DSiWare includes Christmas Wonderland for 800 DSi points, and Crystal Adventure for 200 DSi points. Retail releases for the upcoming week of December 11th, 2012 include The Walking Dead Retail Edition for the PS3 and 360. That is $30, so it's $5 more than the regular edition. And James Bond 007 Legends for the Wii U. Picks and craps, my friends. Picks and craps.
Pick is The Walking Dead. And my crap will probably be... Let's see. Actually, I'll take that back. My pick is Far Cry 3, because that game looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Even though I probably won't play it. And my crap will be Lump Salad, because the name sounds weird.
Scott, what's your pick and crap, man?
Kind of want to pick the Mass Effect trilogy thing, but then again, it's on PS3.
Yeah.
Hater.
I remember how BioShock ended up when it went to PS3.
I
Okay,
played BioShock on PS3 and it was fine.
it was not. It was not.
How is it bad? I got it like a year after it came out, so they probably patched it by the time.
They might have, but let's see. When you ran it with normal graphics, you know, the ones that you get with the Xbox, there was so much lag. It was really bad. And then when you dumbed it down because it had an option to do that.
Really?
Yeah. It played better, but it looked terrible.
I didn't have any
It's not. It wasn't a normal like dumbed down where it's like, okay, yeah, it doesn't look as good, but it's not like bad. It was just no.
Huh. That's weird. I didn't have any of those problems when I played on PS3. But yeah, I can understand if they patched it, they probably fixed it.
I'm gonna pick it anyway, and then I'm gonna crap on. I kind of want to crap on the Rockstar Games collection.
Okay.
Because the only game I think that's going to be good out of there is a LA Noire, if it's even in there.
It is.
What?
It's Red Dead, LA Noire, and GTA 4 with the episodes of Liberty City.
LA Noire's crap.
I like LA Noire. Fuck you, now, machine.
Well, not crap. It was okay, but It pissed me off a lot.
It
That game.
pissed me off a lot too, but yeah, it's okay.
Mostly about the story stuff. I didn't mind the gameplay, it was the story stuff that pissed me off.
I like the story stuff. The gameplay stuff pissed me off. That fucking lie, doubt, truth bullshit.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that game sucked. Fuck it. I will not take that back now. I forgot all about that.
All right, so you're gonna crap on Rockstar, Scott.
Yep.
I'm gonna pick. I'll pick Walking Dead. Game's great.
I mean, come on. There's a lot of junk. Like, I could have picked Christmas Wonderland too. That's just the easy way out.
It's the easy way out. I'm gonna pick The Walking Dead because if you haven't been able to download it, maybe because you don't have the hard drive space or whatever, you should buy The Walking Dead. I know apparently a lot of people have played it and a lot of people love it, but more people should buy it because it's that good. I might buy it on PS3 just so I can get that platinum trophy.
Very easy.
I know, you just gotta play the game. My crap, on the other hand, will be
Ben 10?
Murder on the Titanic.
Really? Over Ben 10?
Over Ben 10. Fuck Ben 10 in video games. The anime is the only way to watch that. But fuck Murder on the Titanic. That just sounds terrible.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of people who really, really like the Titanic anyway. So,
The original movie's good. It's a drama. I don't think you would ever like it, Scott. There's boobies in a PG-13 movie, though. That's pretty cool.
Drawn boobies.
No, they actually show the boobies. All the boobies.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Which I completely forgot until I watched it with my ex-girlfriend like 2 years ago. And then she cried, and I laughed at her pain.
Did she never let go?
God damn it, no shit.
I'm surprised I remember that.
Never let go. Let me check something. I'm gonna see if we have any emails, because we might. I'm so bad at keeping up with that.
Please, no one writes us anymore.
Yeah, except for Gunblade Warrior, on occasion.
And mad scientist who is a mad scientist.
Yeah. That's Gunblade Warrior. Nope, no emails. So, I'll run through. You guys can contact us in a number of ways. One is via email, mailsack@IrrationalPassions. Email us there and we will read it on the show. Or you can contact each of us individually if you have any questions for us at ourname@IrrationalPassions.com. You can follow each of us on Twitter. I am at AlFighter27. Evan is at StickerGlue. Scott is at WhatToChuz. Tony is at Tony Horvath, and Namishin is at Namishin186.
What?
You can leave us a voicemail at 404-590-1337. Standard long distance fees do apply. It's like LEET.
Because it is. Finally did it. After how many episodes?
After like a year of episodes. 50 episodes. We live stream weekly at twitch.tv/IrrationalPassions. Plenty of good stuff on there. My XCOM streams. Tony's hopefully going to start doing Halo with me on Mondays. We're supposed to start that.
Yeah, you guys were. I wait every Monday.
But he has to give me my copy of Halo back for me to do it. Bastard. Some other stuff, please rate and review us on iTunes. Go to Retroid to join the forums and start conversation there. That's where our forums are at, as well as Retroid Podcast Network forums. Plenty of good podcasts there. Follow the show on Twitter at IrrationalPod for updates on when we do a live show like this, when we go live on Twitch, or when the show is going to come up. And also tell a friend, please. It helps a lot. Word of mouth. Best way to spread love and herpes. Check out the website, IrrationalPassions.com.
Whoa, word spread herpes? I did not know that.
No, mouths do. How's everybody feeding? What?
Ray, stop talking.
At the bottom,
What?
At the bottom, it's supposed to say, how's everyone feeling? It said, how's everyone feeding? Like feet. I don't know why. This is a show. We're going to be recording the first half of this in the future, so We're not going to be doing titles after the show because I feel like the real titles will be.
Of course, of course.
Well, they always come from when we talk about video games in our week. So thank you, Nobshin. Thank you, Scott, for joining me at this 12 a.m. late night podcast after the VGAs. It was fun.
1 a.m.
Yeah, it's 12:45, so we're almost at that 1 a.m. mark. To everyone listening, thank you for listening.
Game of the year.
Game of the year. Shows coming up. Video games. We'll talk about that more in the other segment, though. Play your games, guys. Stay rational, and we will talk to you next week. You guys stop recording. We'll save the titles for later.
Okay. And then...
IP 110.
Part 2, because part 1's for later.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
So yeah, you remember how you were saying something on Twitter about posting up a how to upload things doc?
Yeah, I did that.
I ignored it.
Did you see my how-to stuff, Namshin?
No. I didn't even hear about it.
You posted something on Twitter about, hey, yeah, I finally got around to making a how to upload your tracks type thing.
Or no, how to upload the podcast. And check the podcast stats. If you go to the Google Drive, I made a new folder that's shared between all of us.
Because we're not going to be doing FileZilla anymore?
No, that's like if I don't edit the show, if one of you guys edits the show, it shows you how to upload the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Like you were asking me to. Plus, now you guys can go in and access the statistics and see how our numbers are doing, which they haven't been good since we started back up again, obviously.
Gee, I wonder why.
If you go into important IP docs, there are two new ones. One is how to use /post on the site, and the other is how to access podcast upload /statistics. They're in-depth tutorials on how to do both. I worked very hard on it. So.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, Alex. I don't give a shit about your hard work. And then, like, a single tear comes down. Oh shit, we're still live.
Yes.